Tonight, Goodyear workers are fighting back after President Trump calls for a boycott of the Akron-based company. Our Brandon Simmons was there as workers and community members rallied about what they call the backbone of the rubber city.
It was this Wednesday morning tweet that sparked anger in Akron. "Don't buy Goodyear tires," said President Donald Trump. Continuing, they announced a ban on MAGA hats. The company quickly responded, saying Goodyear's corporate team didn't create the presentation slide that led to the president's tweet. Regardless, the Akron community displeased by the president's response.
He needs to worry more about pandemic relief, saving the post office, and just getting people back to work and not worry about Goodyear and a policy.
At a rally in front of the United Steelworkers Union Hall, many stood in solidarity against Mr. Trump, including Akron Mayor Dan Horrigan.
You got a sitting president saying, "Don't buy this." How reprehensible is that? We, every day, throughout all of our careers, have fought for workers, and especially the ones that live right here. We got to fight him on that, too? To me, that's absolute shit, and we should never have to take that.
Wednesday evening, President Trump doubled down.
What they're doing is playing politics, and the funny thing is the people that work for Goodyear, I can guarantee you, I poll very well with all of those great workers in Goodyear.
Democratic Congressman Tim Ryan says today's rally isn't about politics at all. It's about fighting for Americans.
And that's why we're here today, to say, look, don't use your power against the American people. Use your power for the American people.
Goodyear has called Akron home for well over a century and today employs more than 60,000 workers worldwide, a fact not lost on those who live here.
When Donald Trump is attacking Goodyear, he's attacking this legacy that we have here in this community.
I'm Brandon Simmons, 3 News.